As the film rolls again, 42nd Street, pretty cool, eh? FIVE, 42. NINE, 42. 5 and 9 and 1 is 1 and 5, and 9 and 5, it's the same thing. You're down 3 levels to the right or up 3 levels to the left. You got God or you got man on earth, the birth of man, the mind of Pluto, fun and games, over to Mars for the reflection. Into Jupiter. Jupiter is like getting the priest and saying, hey, what's going on? You know, I got something on my mind. Yeah? Well, what do you think we should do? Well, that's not good. In the Bible it says we shouldn't do that. Oh, fuck, we're only going to the track once, but we went yesterday and then we were planning on going tomorrow, so why are we going today? It's crazy, we shouldn't go. Huh, but I'll go anyways. And I win! Oh, holy fuck. So now the times I shouldn't go that I win is not so bad, so maybe I'll just go to the track tomorrow too. And I won't bet much for tomorrow, just in case. It's the day after that I get lucky. So I'll go the day after. So all this time you're looking at the numbers at the racetrack and calculating the numbers. You can't talk to God. Because that's not what God delivers. He gave you the game and the life to choose on your own. You want to talk to Him? He's going to teach you. You're going to teach others. Until we all know what liberty is all about. Now I just did a little thing on Washington. The Washington Nationals. Take off the ton, which is at the end, which is 2.20462. 046. 4 and 6 is Zion, Israel. 0 is number 64. 26, 5 is 31, 18 is 49, and 0 is 15, is 64. Washington Nationals, the Mayan used to say it's a ton, because a ton means 5, 2.20462, and then that equaling to 5 after, we're very close to it. But we're not talking in grams, because we know we buy a quarter gram 3.5, or we'd probably arrive Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3.5 would make it Wednesday. Wednesday go back 4, Wednesday go forward 4, you get Saturday and Sunday, 8 days a week, the way the moon works. It wraps and it moves the wrap by going the opposite way after. It's constantly moving. Where was I now? Yes, the Washington Nationals 2.2, but 1,000 pounds, or the letter M in Roman numerals, is 1,000. When you get over to the air line with the 3 eggs and nothing's there, you own the 3 eggs. Because whatever goes out of here, okay, comes back into here. Our toilet paper, our electricity, all has vibrations in it to turn our mind away. Don't forget, the information we get is only a vibration. So our electricity and toilet paper that goes right to our ass, the last source of thought, because we ate the food for thought, it had to go out the ass of thought is now gone, but we still have the thoughts. So you wipe your ass with a paper that's got some special formula in it that turns your mind from going to the moon to going to somewhere else on this planet and being controlled by the people on this planet. Washington Nationals. Washing the nation. They're washing the nation. They got tucks and tongues and tails. Tucks and tongues and tails. They've got the Nationals. 98 wins. That is the highest of 49-49 on each side of the field. 49 yards, 2 in the center, 1 each, because there's 1 God to the left and 1 God to the right. 9 by 8 equals the 72, which is 2 islands of 7. 2 by 7 is 14. I'm not going to include this one. 2 by 7 is 14. I don't know why I marked 17. It's 14, and that's the passage, the cross of the Christ. Okay? 9 and 8 was 17, which represents the Queen. If we go 17 on Monopoly, the 17th position I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to tell you the Monopoly game. If we go on 17 from Go, 17 hits community chest, 3 and 3. But it's the 18th properly. The total is 35. 35 in roulette is 16 and 19. It connects to 2 sides of the board, and it represents the standards of 4. Whoever's on 1, 4, and 7 is powerful. It goes between 2, 5, and 8, who's in between, and 3, 6, 9 is on the right and asking all the questions, deciding what they wish from the 6th position. The Washington Nationals have the 98 wins and the 64 losses for 162 days. A, B, and F. It's the fab of the earth. It equals 9. It's man's birth. 1, 3, and 5, what equals 9 is the ace. It's the one spirit that where the 5 position is, the month of May, Jupiter will connect to Pluto. Pluto will connect to Mars. And it'll be like that for life until we stop thinking and we're dead. Then 7 eats 9. 9's gone. Because he doesn't have 6. 6 doesn't have 9. 9 doesn't have 6. There ain't no brains. So Mars is all washed up. It's an empty can for your life. Now they take out that file folder that worked in the current and the waters of Mars, and they put it away in a star, just like your Christmas tree. That's your star of life, the star of David. You go up, there's missing a point, and the point in the matter is the head that fits in the last place. That makes the 5 star a 6 star, and you're the 6 star of one heart, making 7 of who you are. The 64 losses of Washington, 6 by 4, 24 hours in the day. 6 and 4 is the 10 worlds. 8 by 8 is the 8 heaven of the 2 ways, equals 64, which is the chessboard, in which 32 is on half and half. And if you start at 5 in the alphabet and you go around to 5, it's 32 more, totaling of 37, which is 3 and 7, which is of the creation. If the Washington Nationals had to play only 15 games, because everything's about the heaven in 15, they would have 11 wins and 4 losses. The team behind them would have 7 wins and 8 losses. Yo, 11, throw the dice, come on, 11, come, 7, we're coming out now. Don't throw 1 and 2, baby, I want to go into this world, let's go and rock. Let's throw the numbers and create. 4 losses and 8 losses for the other teams. Washington 4 losses and the team behind them 8. 15 and 15 is the omega egg. Omega egg, the 15th letter. 15 and 15 is 30 creation. 11 and 7 is 18 race. 6, 6, 6. 4, 1, 2, 6. Like I just told you, the 162 days is the L letter, the 12th letter, and the F is the 6th letter, making 1, 2 in one letter and 6 in the other instead of 6, 6, 6. The reason we do it that way is because you have to have your father and mother in one creation of the DNA inside your body. 18 is Chi. My father's initials are LF. And my initial is the total of the 18. The losses is actually not a loss, but it's the 4 corners that you created to come into this world. And now you play the game in 2 worlds, there's 8 losses. You have 4 because you play 1 world. You played 2 worlds, excuse me, you played 3 worlds, okay? You played 3 worlds. The total of all your losses was 4. That means if you want 4 from the center world, which is the GBL, then you take away 4 from the other world, making 4 is the difference. 84 is 7 times 12. It's a cycle. 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 7 by 12 is the first dice, 1 to 6. You get 7. The second dice is 2 to 6. You get 8. The third dice is 3 to 6. You get 9. The fourth dice is 4 to 6. You get 10. The fifth dice is 5 and 6, you get 11, and now you're man with Spirit Angel and man, your Uncle Sam, you're Christ mess, because the number 14 is the cross that brought you into the passage in the E-world to connect your mind. And then you go along the Monopoly board, if you want. So everything in here is showing Zion is number 64. By having the 11 wins, and 4 losses, the total will be 30, but let's count only the wins, because at the end, they take everything. They take all the flags. 11 and 7 is 18, and 4 equals 22, life. Life in the 8 heaven. KD, initials, 11 and 4. 11 and 4, crab dinner. GH, God heaven. GH is silent in the alphabet, and G and H lost. 8 or 7 is severe. They're both severe because once you get to 7, you get to the top where you are at the 8. Because below 7 is 6 and above 7 is 8. On one world is man 6, on the other world is the 8 heaven. Because it connects only to your mind, it knows everything you do, it connects to the earth, and it connects up to the 1 spirit. And the 2 spirits, so it gets 8 and 9 with your birth. 808, 202. 222 times 8, 1776. Since 1776, it's about 239 years, 236 years. Now I look in here for again 36. And where do I have a 36? I have to have a 36 in here somewhere. I have 35 and 37. What this calculates to, if I move on Monopoly, 17 and 18, because once I get the 18 of the 11 wins and the 7 wins, the 7 wins came from below. So you have to go to 18 and minus 1 because it came from the minus world. So now you have 17 and 18 equals 35. And then you, because you got the win, you get to go the other way. You pick up a half a game on one side and a half a game on the other side, but in Monopoly you have to move the whole property. So you go 18 and 19. That's 37. 37 is not on the roulette wheel. 37 is a number that I wish I can tell you exactly what it is, but I can't. It's Park Place. 1 6 1 6. The 1 spirit of 6 or the 1 spirit of 6. The 2 5 dice is gone. Your home is 77 of Christ. Now, if we read this all opposites, this all has to do with G and H, or I got an ache and back, or I'm a jerk. Howard Johnson's G and H. Kraft Dinner, Harvard School of Hygiene for Johnson & Johnson toilet paper. I don't know how that works out, but hygiene, Harvard, Yale, what do they do there? Anything to do with toilet paper? Because the element is in there. There's the good, and there's those who didn't come to earth. They weren't here, they're not here, they're a family from elsewhere. They pick up with the moon because they live with the moons. They're the dogs. They steal all the information and try to do better and always strike out. But they never stop trying, and as hard as they try, it only makes the good stronger. And at the end, they're separated, just like the white and the yellow in the egg. So this is where we're going to leave it right now. If we put J and H, which is 10, 7 and 3 is 10, which makes J. 7 times 3 is 21, which makes U. You have a Jew. In between is 37. If you multiply 37, which is on the roulette wheel, in the center is 17 and 20 running in the center of the baseball, which is a baseball, if I have the baseball. 17 and 20 is over here where the tic-tac-toe board is, and 17 and 20 is over here where the other tic-tac-toe board is. The line in the middle where 17 and 20 black come in. The other ones are from the bottom. If I remember right, I'm not sure where it starts. I don't remember something, and I don't want to make a mistake, but they run around probably the black numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8 on one side, and then 26, 28, not 31. It runs around the bottom. I have to see a board. I'm tired. I've been doing this for I don't know. I've been doing this a long time. But all these answers, if you add up, okay, now the lost team, if you add up the losing team, okay, the 11 wins from the other team, take away the 7 is 4. The losses you add together is 12. 4 and 12 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. They are 7, but they are 7 down under. 1 on top, 6 on the bottom. Man is 6 on top, 1 on the bottom. The difference of 5 and 5 makes 10. Game over. Because 10 is a hole. It's like a circle. You got to the other side. Or you went to 5 and you came back. Or you went in a triangle and you went 5, 5, 5. God was in the center. You were never far off because he was always with you as long as he was in your mind. Raphael 7286. This does have to do with the Illuminati and everything that's going on. If something doesn't happen, then I'm going to just slow down and just continue on my own, but a lot slower, because the information I've received only says the truth. If I misinterpret it, then this whole truth of mine will only be a fantasy of mine, and it'll be nothing at all to you. But if you don't take it in and spit it out and chew on it to know it, then you won't be able to see the light of the whole situation. Raphael of the numbers of the universe, 6226, 7286. Thank you. 1776 is a code. Minus 1776 plus 1776 equals to 1776. How come I don't have it? 1776 Anyways, I don't have it, but you have to multiply 1776 by 2, which is 35, 76, 152. 35, 152. My number is 7286. I take out the 1 because it's 3 to the left and 3 from the other side. It's Jupiter, and we don't need Jupiter. I only want to calculate me against the other world. So 7286 from 3552, which 52 is the Mayan count, and 35 are the two spirits of the creation of the heavens. 3 and 5 is 8, 5 and 2 is 7. 1776, 3 and 5 is 8, 5 and 2 is 7. G and H. The same thing over here as the wins and losses, and this is how exactly the baseball season ended, by 4 games. We don't need the other numbers, but the other numbers will tell us another story. So now I'm going to minus. 2 from 6 is 4, 5 from 8 is 3, 5 from 2 is 7, and 3 from 6 is 3. The answer is 3734. The total equals 71. It equals to the Queen. If you reverse 71 and 1 7, the total is 88. Which means the one spirit of the 7th gate, which is the Queen, because she has the pussy, and the one spirit of the 7th gate is the Queen because she has the pussy, she makes 88. She took the 1 and 6 on the dice, she turned herself into the Spirit of God, and she took the dice and she owns the cube on both sides, and they're controlling us by 8 times 8 is 64, and that's the game of chess. And that's what we're playing right now. It's more serious than we think, and then again, it sounds like just a story. But I don't tell stories. I read a little bit about Stephen King. I looked up a little bit about Aldous Huxley. I studied the numbers and I crunched them. I looked to see how many strings are going in, how many holes, how many times and how many lines I can put around in time to make things work out in the numbers. That's all you need to know is the numbers, because everything goes around that comes around. I guess the statement was true. And the bunny ears and the teeth, better to hear you with, my dear. And your teeth is when you're thinking. That's why our teeth rot, because we're thinking, or we're thinking bad, or we're thinking good. But that's why our teeth rot, because the gases in us that go up, they rot our teeth. For many reasons. I have so many cavities in my teeth ever since I started this. I got more cavities than the number of teeth I had, and I got 1 less. I only got 27. They took out 4 a long time ago from 32. 32 is starting at E and going all around to E. 32 minus the 4 is 28. Now I got the teeth of the moon. Now I can follow the moon. Now I got 1 tooth less. I have 27. The gates of the woman, 27. Now I have the thinking of the woman, thinking of the moon. I can now think of what she's thinking while she's trying to transform me to think something else. But I broke into her system. How did I get to the moon? From the evildoers who try to turn us all evil by putting the element. But once you put the element of spirit into somebody, if they want, they can follow the traces like a mouse and eat up all the cheese until they get to the other side. And now there's one on the other side, and there's one on this side, and we're ready to rock and roll, my friends. The revolution of Ron Paul, I don't think he's out of the race. I really don't think so. Do I think something is going to happen? Will the clock turn? Absolutely. Absolutely. 336 is the time of the last moon before the end moon of the year. 3-3 is the Christ of 6 man. 6-3 is 9, 3-3 is 6, 6-9 is rotation. Time of the moon to swing, and we're going to be monkeys for a couple of days. Let's get rolling, rock and roll. From the 12th of December to the 21st, the 9 days of birth, you back up 4 and you move forward 4, and it'll be in between. It won't happen on the last day, because on the last day, if they miss, it happens on the next day, and the day after that, the moon is closed. They have to have it on the right angle. It's got to be between the 4th and 6th day, between the 16th and the 18th, between the 17th and the 19th. One of those, because if they catch between the 17th and the 19th, and they do it on the 18th instead of the 21st, 18 and 21 is the first half of the ballgame of the 7-inning stretch. They'll do it during the 7th inning. That means if they do it in the 7th inning, there are 9. 18 is in the middle. That's R. If we do it on the 19th, it's too close. We have 18 to the left, 19 is the moon, 20 is the free parking. 18, 19 is 37, and 20 is 57. 57 is 19 years of the moon, 19 years of the moon, 19 years of the moon, equals 57. Times 2 equals 114, which is the pregnancy of the pig, 38, 38, 38. SS, and SS, and SS, IPPI, 1616, Park Place. Monopoly tells you the story, and I read it to you. Raphael, rough, rough, Raphael, rough, rough. I'm going to be the dog now. I'm going to be the dog, but I'm going to be the nicest dog around, because I'm going to help everybody in the world less 10%, because I'm going to save that 10% for my own mind. And the rest of the 10%, well, they'll have to go to the doghouse and figure where they screwed up for next time, because there is no next time. We're coming into the new world, my friends, and I'm ready to roll. Bring me those dice. Raphael 7286. Thank you.